Morning, everybody. My name's Tyler. This is Sean. We're Rendered Reality. Thanks for joining us again. We have a packed show today. I will say that at first. We actually had so much stuff, we were throwing stuff out. So we definitely have a ton in store for you today. We did have a little bit of issue with some webcams and stuff, so you might see a little hue around.
I'm not looking
Sean's
as good today, probably
stuff,
as normally. I had to switch back to an old camera. My one camera, I don't know, it just would not focus. Like I was like completely blurry, and so I just unplugged it, threw in an old one.
All these updates just screw with, whether it be VR or PC, doesn't matter.
It was fine like right before we went live, and then all of a sudden everything just went crazy. So we're trying to scramble to get it working, but hopefully we are good to go. And but yeah, we got a packed show today. We got all kinds of there was a lot of big news this past week, as well as some stuff that we're kind of excited about. Some things that haven't been really pushed out there yet. A couple new games, some contests, some giveaways, new hardware. I mean, just all kinds of crazy stuff. So
appreciate you guys being here and appreciate all the likes and stuff. We had a ton of likes even before we were live, so we really do appreciate all that. It's awesome.
Since we were late.
There you go. Reward. Somebody
This
gets
is a
something.
Steam code. We do have a couple codes to give away and stuff, so make sure you are ready for that. We do have an Oculus code too, as well as this is a Steam code, so be prepared for some of that. So talking about some giveaway and stuff, there's a pretty big competition about to be going off for Pistol Whip. I don't know. I know honestly, some people have been practicing. I
don't think they need to, though. I'm gonna win.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Who are we kidding?
Right.
I got that bungee advantage, man.
Yeah, that is true. You can utilize that. Yeah, you did a video a while back using the bungee system strapped from the ceiling, so that actually could be a advantage. But I know some of the people in the Discord have been talking about practicing, and I feel like you're gonna have to be really good. Like you are going to have to for sure be on your A game, no doubt about it.
Oh, it's so cool, man. I really want to see, but yeah, you'd have to probably be already in the top 50, 100 to probably, I mean, I guess you can practice and get better, but
and
man, it's going to be tough.
So we got a little bit of time. Let me see. This doesn't start until I think March. Let me pull up the dates here. March. So the home tournament starts March 14th. The arcade is March 21st.
Right.
But you got a little bit of time to practice. But this is, this is the grand prize is for $10,000, which I actually think it's split between two people. So the two finalists get $5,000 each. Is that right?
No, the whole pot is 10,000. So there's 25 going to the arcade winner, 25 going to the home winner, and then the finalists then of the top 8 of each go to the finals, and then that's for a 5,000 split is what it's called. So I don't know how they're splitting that 5,000 between the finalists.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
It could be 3 for the top, 1 for second, and then trickle down. Who knows?
So this is the breakdown here. This is give you a little bit. So they're having a couple different competitions. So the home pool, that's the one that you said is the split between 2,500. First place is going to go home with $500. The arcade pool is the same way, 2,500. I mean, even 8th place, you get $100. That's at least 4 pretty good VR titles, or putting it towards some new hardware or something like that.
That's awesome.
The finals which is going to be really a pretty fun thing to see who wins this thing. So they are going to get an all-expense paid trip to Salt Lake City, Utah, and the 2 finalists are going to split the $5,000 cash pool, as well as it looks like you get an Oculus Rift S, it looks like.
Oh, was it? Oh, yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that. Yeah. I thought it was all cash, actually. That's cool.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah,
that is cool. Awesome.
So I'm curious to see if anybody in chat or anything, or if you're watching this afterwards, leave a comment about if you're actually going for this. Like, is this something you are actively pursuing to try to win? With a lot of practice and stuff.
Oh, I know. Steve XM in chat was saying, I wonder if you have to play with Deadeye to win. Yeah, I'm not sure on the stipulations on what mods and stuff that they're using and stuff in it, but I don't know. I would guess the home pool is probably just the standard version.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
And I wonder what level song and stuff it's going to be as well. I know that in the video for it, I think it was the first level, correct?
I can't remember. I got the video. We could turn the sound up a little bit,
but yeah, Brandon in chat too was saying you have to be better than the top 1%, and
for sure,
you definitely have to be the best for sure.
But I mean, those people, the people that are that good at this game already, that are at the top, I mean, they have a pretty good chance at this for sure. So, and it
Oh,
also
yeah.
says that if a top 3 score doesn't seem to be in the cards for you, there will be other ways that you can still participate throughout the event. Respawn and VAL, which is Virtual Athletics League, will be running a global social media contest in mixed reality powered by Live that will give everyone from creators and influencers to just starting out with mixed reality a chance to enter the contest with categories like best dressed, best Deadeye score, and the whip challenge, which I don't know what the whip challenge is. I'm not sure. I think
I wonder too.
You got to do like the whip nay nay while you're while you're playing with pistol whippers. I have no idea.
No, totally different. Come on, man. You've been watching way too many YouTube videos or something.
No, I haven't.
Way too many.
But yeah, it's pretty cool though. I mean, I don't think I'm anywhere near good enough to compete in this at all.
Yeah,
but I've even told the wife and stuff, like, we need to practice. You should practice, and stuff. But I mean, man, the people are just there's so many people that are just so ridiculous at this that it would be.
Alan Cara said no chance.
That's
like,
how I feel. I feel like I have no
tough.
chance whatsoever.
I can dream. Let me dream for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, what's crazy is you can actually win both pools. So the home and the arcade, you can be in both, which I guess would be awesome. I don't know of really any arcades.
Yeah, not around me at
using
least.
this that I know of. Yeah.
Obviously there are some. I'm not sure where they're at. But
oh, sure, yeah.
But yeah, that's
awesome
cool.
though.
Yeah. Let me turn up the volume on this a little bit.
Speaking of arcades, who was it? Was it Fluke over on our Discord that went to the Void in Florida?
I know he went to.
Fluke, I'm sorry.
No, he went to one of the vintage stuff. I'm not sure.
Right over in England.
I know a couple people have been to the Void and stuff. I have not done the Void yet, and I really, really want to.
I know, because all the stuff. I guess they said there's even haptic feedback in the headsets, which is awesome. I didn't actually know that was a thing at the Void, so that's super cool.
That's the song they're playing in the trailer. Can you hear sounds, Tyler?
Oh, yeah. I think I could a little bit, unless it was an echo.
Okay, well, I was playing the volume a little bit, but it wasn't turned up real loud. But Brandon did say, I saw him say somewhere, I hope to hear y'all's thoughts on O-Shape this episode, which I don't think either one of us have played this yet, have we?
I haven't played it.
Yeah, I haven't played it yet either, so I don't know if we'll have a lot of thoughts on that yet, but we will. I'm sure we will get into that. But yeah, this week, actually, I don't know what you've been up to a whole lot this week, but this week, the wife and I actually have been trying to revamp our schedule to where we're actually getting up really early in the morning, and we're trying to get some fitness routine going, and a lot of that has been VR. So we've been doing Box VR and Thrill of the Fight and stuff like that in the morning. And I just wanted to mention that Box VR actually did an update. I'm not sure when this update came out because I haven't played Box VR in a little while, but there is a survival mode now in Box VR, which is pretty cool, where you start out and it gets simple. Crazy. Yeah, and it gets faster and harder as you keep going. So, I mean, once you reach like around the 8-minute mark, the stuff starts coming pretty fast and it gets pretty intense. So I just thought that was really cool. If anybody's looking for some fitness stuff, that is a great game, and then it has some new updates. So I thought that was really cool.
So I actually played a lot of Saints and Sinners.
Oh, yeah.
And I got pretty good into it. I don't know. I don't know if I like it more and more I play it, or I feel like it like plateaued for me.
Oh,
actually,
you're crazy.
I don't know. I don't know if I feel like I need more. I mean, I like it. Like, I don't know.
You missed some of the hype train because you were so sick. Like, not long after that came out, you got really sick and you didn't play any VR for a while. So
true, I heard a lot about it then before I even got to play it. So maybe
you played a little bit, but not much. I've played quite a bit of it. I didn't actually play any of it this past week. It was kind of a crazy week, but
the other thing that I'm wondering if why I'm not as into it is because I've been playing it on the Index. So are the black levels not there for me? In the darker scenes
I've been
and
playing
stuff.
it on
Am I not seeing the detail? I know.
I mean, it does. Like I said before, it does show how the OLED screen could really benefit in a game like that. But man, I just feel like the gameplay is so good. Like gameplay and the content is so good. I just kept wanting to go back.
I know.
For
There's
more
good
and more.
content in it and stuff. I just don't like the stuff that's as repetitive. But I mean, eventually every game's repetitive. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I feel like it's not that repetitive though.
It's not.
Because I mean, there's so many other things you need to find, and like there's so much stuff that you have to try to source to make what you're wanting to make and to stay alive. I don't know. I think you need to play some more.
Honestly, I think for me, and because I was just talking about this in Discord, I think this morning or last night. I actually really, really love Westworld.
Yeah.
So I never watched the show, never did, and got into the game because everyone said the experience was really great. So I went into it, loved the game, knowing nothing about the show though. Then I'm like, okay, I love the game so much, I want to check the show out. So I was when I didn't feel good, that's all I watched was the Westworld series. Watched both seasons. Unbelievable. Like, if you guys haven't, please do yourself a favor if you have a chance to watch it. It's on HBO. But so good. But the craziest thing to me when I watched the show, the first episode or 2 or 3, I'm like, I was in this. Like, I was in the show. I've been to those locations. Like, because of VR, I literally felt like I was in the show or had been to these locations. And I've never had that feeling before watching something on TV. And that was just like, it gives me chills even again. Like, it was super cool to experience that. But that game, to me, I don't know. I loved every part about it, and the show even over the top for me.
Yeah, you've been talking about that.
I feel like I'm comparing. Yeah, I feel like I'm comparing though. I don't know, The Walking Dead to that. And I don't know.
The Walking Dead is so man. Good. It needs multiplayer though.
I know.
And it needs co-op. That's for sure. But
yeah, well, I agree. We always say that. Everything should, but I know.
This wasn't even in our notes. We've got so much to get through today.
I know.
And we're already off track.
Yeah. All right, my bad. Well, I was just telling you what I was doing this week because I always been getting back into that. I played some Boneworks and stuff too, so we'll talk about that as well.
What game did I give away already? That was Moss, right?
You gave away Moss.
Okay.
Yep.
I just wanted to make sure I didn't try to give that one away again.
Yep, that happens.
But yeah, so I mean, what do you even want to get into? There's just so much stuff. I mean, we got hardware, we got new game stuff, some trailers. I mean, I don't even know
Can we get into a cool game that I found that we don't know anything about?
Which one?
How about This Is Not the End?
Are you sure it's not the end?
It's not the end, man.
It was almost the end of the show this morning because nothing would work right. So
this game though, know nothing about.
No.
So take it with a grain of salt. But came across this and looks absolutely amazing for what we see here. We see a little bit of maybe like firsthand gameplay in this. But a lot of it looks like an engine. But right there, 1 to 6 players.
Yeah.
It looks like a lot of fun. I would love to get in this with like everyone in our community and stuff to play this.
Is this like a battle royale or like what is this? You know what I mean?
Single player game, but co-op up to 6 people is how I take it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's any type of battling back and forth because you actually have to work together. It seems like with a lot of this. As you can see here, but they are showing 3 there, so maybe it is 3v3, but I think it's more of like a wave mission based game.
Yeah, I don't know. There's absolutely no info. Like, we tried to look up info. There's really nothing on it.
It looks so cool though. Like, this looks awesome to me. This looks like it's fun. But yeah, there you see, 3 and 3 going down. So it looks like a lot of fun. I don't know. We don't know anything about it though, so visually though, it does look really good.
All we really have right now is a trailer. That's it, and we don't have anything else, any other information about it. But we just thought the trailer looked really good, so we were pretty excited to show this and talk about it a little bit.
Some other trailers that are showing them in like an HTC Vive and stuff.
Yeah.
So we know it's probably at least Steam based.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's at least as much as we can probably take from it. But it looks really cool. We'd love to know more about it, and we hope to talk to the developers. So we will try and get some more info for you.
Yeah, but I'm sure we will at some point. But for right now, that's all we have. But it looks really good from the trailer.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I love the hidden gems like that surprise me that we just know nothing about.
Right.
It get me excited, Yeah. Super cool.
Looks cool.
Yep. But gaming science teacher is in chat. So she is back from, let's see, the dead and being lost. And there was a whole thing on our Discord that people thought she had disappeared. And
well, it was a lot of confusion. Let me see if I can go. I don't even know which section I was in, but
people are asking.
The way it was written, I thought the same thing when I read it. And I think what it was based on is that she was putting on a thing in alt space after Anthony's Twitch show, I think last Sunday. Right. And I think Elevidity was planning on going in there, and he said, at Gaming Science Teacher, ended up getting killed at work this weekend. VR fell off the radar. And everybody was like, wait, like what? Like, because when I first read it, I was like, wait, what is going on? And then I realized that he meant to say that he ended up getting killed with work, so he didn't get to do any VR with this weekend. So I realized what happened. He did go back and edit it to where it said I ended up getting killed at work this weekend. So, but there was definitely some concern on the Discord of what was going on. So it did get clarified and all is well. So
she said, I'm still not sure what happened. All right. Exactly.
Yeah. So hopefully that clarified a little bit because I'm sure she probably had no idea because everybody was just kind of tagging her like what is going on and all that stuff. So
are you still okay? Because she did go MIA for a while before and people were scared too. So I think everyone was worried again.
Yeah. So he reiterated and said, I mean, I ended up getting killed killed at work. I'm used to talking in shorthand. That's how I talk about working. Killed equals slammed, overworked, edited to clear up the confusion. So I thought the same thing though when I first read it, and I was going to say something and I was like, okay, I understand what he's trying to say, but yeah, there was some confusion. So
hey, did you bring in our mugshots from this past week? Did you bring those in?
Yeah, we got a couple of them.
We had a couple.
Yeah, a couple new ones. We have so much stuff in here, it's hard to find anything that I put in here. But we only had a couple. Yeah, right. You're cutting out a little bit too whenever we talk over each other for some reason. I don't know why. Normally it doesn't do that, but so we'll try not to do that. I don't know if they hear that as well, but yeah, we had a couple new ones, couple new mug shots that we got in there. So that was pretty cool. After the competition, we had a competition a couple weeks ago or a week ago. Yeah, I think it was Chatty that won a $20 Steam card, so that was pretty cool.
Yep, there's only going to be a 10 too, so that was nice.
Yeah, a little bonus. A little bonus.
So, can we get into all this HTC jargon, man?
Oh my goodness, I don't even know what to think about all of this.
I mean, there's a lot to think about though, because I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's amazing or if it's ridiculous.
I think it has the potential for some of it to be amazing, and I think some of it has the potential to be ridiculous. And let's just go ahead and start off with some of the Cosmos stuff. Let me see if I got this trailer here. So basically they're trying to, I don't know, reinvigorate the market for the Cosmos. I mean, this has not been...
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really struggled. I mean, if you look at the Steam survey numbers and stuff, the Cosmos is almost non-existent. I mean, it's done really, really poorly. And they came out with a thing basically saying that you're going to have different versions of the headset due to being able to swap the faceplates. And this one that we're showing right here in the video is going to be the Cosmos Elite. So what this is going to do is, I think you're going to buy this full kit. It's already going to come with base station 1.0s. It's going to come with the Vive wand controllers, and it's going to come with the Cosmos headset with the external Steam VR faceplate. So it's going to use the outside-in tracking instead of the Cosmos tracking that we know is pretty subpar. The problem with this is, as far as we understand it, it's supposed to be around $1,000 kit.
Right.
So if you have, I mean, once index availability is there, who is going to buy this $1,000 kit over an index kit that has better controllers, Steam 2.0 tracking beacons?
And now they're going backwards in tracking. And actually, was it 2.0? I thought I read somewhere it was actually 1.0.
No, this comes with 1.0. I'm saying the Valve Index is 2.0. So yeah,
right.
Yeah, so you're getting inferior controllers, inferior lighthouses.
I don't get it. I don't
either.
I mean, look, they push this Cosmos that is supposed to have all the new tracking and stuff. It's going to be great. Well, it comes out and it doesn't. So now they're reverting back to older stuff that at least works. That's a horrible sign, first off, to me.
I mean, they almost have to. For any kind of competitive game, you're not competitive with the Cosmos. The tracking just isn't there. So at least with this, you're going to have good tracking. I mean, the tracking should be pretty much flawless with this. That eliminates that problem. But you have to use the Vive wands, or if you want to order index controllers, but then you're looking at another $250, for controllers. So it's like, man, I don't know.
I know, and gaming science teacher said, do they think they're Pimax, and I get it. Like, do they think they need to go modular now? But when this came out originally, when the Cosmos got introduced, we knew it was going to have expandable attachments, faceplates, the tracking, the wireless module, all that stuff. But it's like, is it too late? This should have been done initially when it first came out, I feel like, because they've kind of killed themselves, I think, already.
I mean,
Part
of what I feel is that at some point in time when a product isn't doing good, when do you have to just say, let's cut our losses and move on to something else? Instead of pouring more money into this thing with more attachments and marketing, like, is that going to save it? I don't know. Like, I just don't see with a Rift S being $400, not that any of this stuff's really available, but let's just pretend it is, a Rift S being $400, a Quest being $400 that you can use Link and you can do mobile and PC stuff. And then a Valve Index, that's $1,000 for the full kit. That's assuming somebody doesn't already have any lighthouses or controllers or anything like that that'll work,
And crap tracking, crap controllers at this point, it's like for that much money, you can't buy it, but you could have an index knuckle, the whole bit. You could have index controllers. I just don't see it. I don't, if their price point was way lower, if they hit a really low price point, I could see it being maybe something people would buy. but as a replacement for like, not being able to buy just a standard Vive,
Right.
as a replacement for that. And that would be great. But the price point is still too high when you can go out and buy the other stuff.
Well,
I
they
don't know.
are doing the Cosmos Play version, which is going to be their cheap version,
Right.
which is, for whatever reason, is eliminating 2 of the cameras, which we already know the tracking is bad, so I don't
now it's getting
understand.
worse.
Yeah, like I don't understand why they're going to get rid of that. And I don't know if we have exact prices. I don't think we have exact prices yet, but I think they're planning on this to be more around the $400 price point, being competitive with the Rift S. But
It's got to be lower.
yeah, I mean, so
Has to be.
also on this, another thing that they're eliminating is the headphones. So there are no built-in headphones in this one, like the Deluxe Audio
Right.
Strap style headphones, and you're eliminating 2 cameras, the one that was on the top and the bottom. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, at $400, I'd still buy a Rift S. I'd still buy an
Quest?
Oculus Quest. Yeah,
Anything.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
I mean, if
And-
this came in at $299, I mean, to be like the cheapest headset you could get into, like at that level,
Right.
I could see
yeah, that could
But-
make sense.
But
And I
to
mean,
come
for
in at
certain
$399
games, for like driving
Okay.
sims and stuff like that, this is a good headset because I mean the screens, it has good screens in it.
I get that. Right, it does.
They're 2880 by 1700 LCD, 110-degree field of view, 90 hertz refresh rate. So I mean the screens are good. And the other thing that I really liked about it is the flip-up headset design. That is, I do like that. I would like all my headsets to have that, honestly. But
I agree.
But yeah, at $400, I still don't see how this is going to be competitive at all.
It'd have to be under the $400
Yeah, I
mark.
agree.
It has, honestly, to me, it'd have to be $299.
Well, I mean, even
It has to
still,
be.
I'd buy an Odyssey Plus. I would buy
I
a
agree.
Samsung Odyssey Plus before I would buy this, and that you can get for like what, $260, $230 sometimes on
$279,
Amazon. Yeah,
yeah.
I mean on
Yep.
sale it's like crazy
Yep.
cheap. So me personally, I would still buy that over this, and
Right.
it sucks because I wanted, when we go back to when this was first coming out and we were excited about this, like I wanted this to be a really good headset. I was excited about this headset. I really was. Yep. And unfortunately they just haven't pulled it together, and it's not a good thing. But we do have another one. So we have another one that they're calling the Cosmos XR. So this is getting, as far as I can tell, getting rid of the top and the bottom cameras, adding 2 cameras. It's going to do pass through, and this is going to do, the AR style stuff as well as the VR stuff. Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't see it doing well. I don't. Which is too bad. I really want it to, because we need that good competition at the lower price point, at the higher price point. We need that solid competition. I just don't know. After this, I just feel like they're turning their wheels. I don't know.
Yeah, so Anakaze said, so this was the original pick of the Cosmos. The extra cameras on the faceplate was revealed after they went silent for a few months to counter what Oculus was doing. Alan Cara says, whatever HTC is on, please tell them to send it my way.
Right, I know.
Man,
PD said maybe 4 cameras help with tracking. I hope they do, but actually, didn't they say that one set is a color pass through?
Yeah, so this
and
image
one is
here,
for tracking.
this image here, is going to be, I think 2 of them are for tracking and 2 of them are for the pass through. That's where they're getting the XR headset that they're saying.
Which is great. I think we need more in that space. I've said that I think true AR is VR implemented in that way, where we get the pass through.
Yeah. So these are the 4 offerings that they have now. So the original Cosmos with the regular faceplate, the outside-in tracking faceplate that comes with the controllers, the Vive controllers and the Lighthouse 1.0s. Then the standard entry-level kit with just the missing 2 cameras, and then this XR kit. These are the 4 new offerings.
And like this headset, I would love to get my hands on this and have HTC prove us wrong, because I feel like this is the one headset that could have some potential that really isn't out there with the true pass-through stuff. Yeah. So
I don't know, but Index should be able to do it too. Index has RGB cameras on the front that we haven't really seen anybody do anything with yet. I mean, the technology's out there. There's just not a big push yet to implement it into anything necessarily.
There's not enough headsets out there really to make it worth it for developers probably either.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like we're getting into the space where everybody's wanting to do this XR, VR, AR thing.
I know.
Well, let's see something that is going to be impressive as far as software and stuff, because there's stuff that'll do it. I mean, even using an Oculus Rift or a Quest, even though they're black and white pass-through cameras, you could still do some cool stuff with it, I think. If you wanted to enable that, it's still possible. So, I don't know. But, I mean...
Did you have pictures of the other faceplates too?
Yeah. So this is kind of just like a picture of that
Right.
they had. It was kind of a cool picture. I thought it was a neat
Yeah,
picture.
it
If
is.
this was an awesome
Absolutely.
headset, that'd be a cool background or something for your computer.
I love that we're still using wands at this point, you know? Like,
yeah, and even I honestly prefer the Cosmos controllers over the wands because of the thumbsticks,
Absolutely.
but those controllers are pretty heavy, lunky controllers too. I think the big thing that people keep coming back to with the Cosmos is the fact that it's going to work with the wireless adapter. You know what I mean? That's the big
gain.
bonus.
It is.
That's the big bonus at this point, is that you're going to be able to do wireless with this headset where, and I was talking, I think, a little bit in Anthony's chat the other day about hopefully we're still getting that for the Index. I'm still hoping that we're getting a wireless adapter for the Index, and then that would even further kind of null and void this headset in a way.
Right. Trevor Jones said that they originally had 4 cameras, and on that original, I think, spinning headset, was there 4 on the front faceplate, or was there only 2?
I can't remember I think the original was the final version, wasn't it? The original was the final version of the Cosmos on the spinning headset. I don't have that video now, but I think that was the regular, where it has 7 cameras?
Yeah, I forget. It's so screwy.
I think something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah, it could have been. I know.
Yeah,
I don't know. Just too bad.
It is. It's kind of sad. I mean, honestly, to me, I think that I don't know that they need to keep trying to push this headset forward. I don't know that anybody's really going to. Yeah, I don't know that anybody's going to buy onto it at this point. I think that when you come out with a product and it gets a lot of negative press and negative reviews, people just kind of write it off. I mean, if there's other options that are good options for either the same money, less money, it's hard to want to go that route. But we do have a little bit of glimmering hope at the end, I guess, and that is they showed these off. So this is the HTC Proton, and honestly, I would rather them focus some energy towards something new and kind of let's just kind of forget about the Cosmos, and
I agree.
Instead of trying to resurrect it, let's just try to come up with something better. Realize your shortcomings or whatever, and I feel bad because some people really love the Cosmos. Probably I don't know. I don't know any of them, but
there's been some people, we've had them in chat and stuff, say that they really like it.
And it's like I said, it's a great headset if you're doing racing sims and stuff like that. I mean, it is, but for great tracking and stuff, it's not that. Yeah, for like playing shooter games, bow and arrow games, any of those kind of stuff, it's just it's not there. I mean, it's just unfortunate, but it's really not. But
no, but these I think could, if they'd have dropped something like this, like, hey, we're coming out later this year with this, it's already in the works, that would be awesome. But again, these are just concepts.
Yeah.
They're not really true headsets yet. They're just probably renderings or whatever.
They do have some working prototype phase things of these that we don't know what that consists of or if it even looks like this. You know what I mean? But one thing real quick too, Trevor Jones said, don't forget the Steam VR tracking doesn't work with the Cosmos controllers. We did mention that, and that it doesn't work. So there's no way at this point to use the Steam VR external tracking with the Cosmos controllers. They use a different kind of, they use those lights instead of the infrared stuff. So unfortunately,
pattern sensor.
And even I wouldn't even, I don't even know if it's possible. They should have just threw some infrared lights in those things as well. That way they could work with their, because I mean, a lot of people would probably prefer those because of the thumbsticks, but I don't know.
I know. Yeah.
But the Proton.
Just give me one of these. I actually prefer the upper one in that image. Because if that has, a pad in the back with like the battery in it.
That is,
maybe
compute power and battery in the back.
Right. So that to me would be ideal. And we've said that for a long time. I think that would just look epic. I would buy one of those in a split second. That's super cool. Yeah,
I think this is awesome. And it looks like it has the audio built in too, how it has those little things that come down over your ear, which is, I mean, this to me looks pretty cool. I mean, this looks pretty sleek. I think it's
and that
cool
would
design.
be a Quest killer right there, because that
Could
is
be,
the stand, no wire. The other one is the tethered one,
right?
Which they said, and this one would be the wireless one. And just the looks of this, you can see the cameras through the lenses too. It just
I wonder if this would, how comfortable. I mean, I know this is a prototype phase, but like I wonder if it's still going to need a top strap. I feel like that's almost a necessity in a sense.
Probably, or maybe as an add-on or something. I don't know, but I love that. I want that.
I love the compute power in the back. I wish so bad Quest would have done that. We've talked about that from the original Santa Cruz. This was supposed to be unveiled at the Mobile World Congress, which we know was canceled due to the coronavirus. So, but that's why I think they just kind of put these images out there and stuff that it was supposed to be unveiled there. So that would have been cool. I don't know if I'm guessing we probably would have got more information about it maybe than what we did, because there's not a lot of information right now, and I think that's coming. But
Paradise Decay in chat said big question is, do people trust HTC now? But honestly, if they came out with a great headset that performs, people will come. You know what I mean? It'll happen.
Yeah,
If
I
they
don't
drop
know.
this headset and it was amazing, it gets in our hands and everybody else online, and we're like, look, this is epic.
Yeah.
Who isn't going to probably go get it? That's all it takes
And
is
the
one amazing headset.
problem with HTC is the price. You know what I mean? If they
Sure.
came out with this headset and it was absolutely amazing, it's going to be
Right.
$3,000. You know what I mean? It's not going to be competitively priced.
No.
It's not going to be $400 of Oculus Quest. It just won't.
But this, even at 1,000, if it had good lenses on it and was wireless like a Quest,
yeah, but
I
I mean,
don't
what are you
see
running?
people
The
not buying it.
XR2 chip? I mean, maybe if it had the XR2 chip that's going to be like crazy powerful, then, but you're going to have something better than the 835 that's in the Quest.
What if it was just a wireless, like took their wireless unit, right, and was a PC headset, not like a mobile headset, but a PC headset that was truly wireless, like that? That would be what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I mean, that would be
and I don't
amazing.
think that's what this is, but that would be cool if they did go
Right.
that route. And I'm sure there's going to be some talk about the 5G stuff. I'm sure once this,
Sure.
I'm sure that I would imagine that's planned.
Right.
Ray Delatorre said HTC failed on phones, so of course they're going to fail on VR headsets. But I mean, it's sad because the HTC Vive was such a competitor. I mean, they were ahead of Oculus, in the early days. Their tracking was better. They were really started the room scale thing before Oculus even wanted to attempt anything with room
Oculus
scale.
didn't want to.
Yeah.
They said it wasn't going that way.
Yeah,
which,
that's what they
now
originally
look
thought.
at it.
Yeah, so
Right.
I mean, but the thing with that you got to look at too is that Valve was partnered with HTC, so Valve was helping. I mean, that was Valve technology. Yeah, that was Valve technology behind HTC. Well, now that they don't have that anymore, that's what scares me.
I know. I get it.
I don't know what's going to happen. So.
Yep. Cheers, Steve. Everyone in chat. Good to see everybody here. GT.
Yeah. And I believe Steve Drumheller is our latest Patreon as well. So yeah, I think
that's true. You're right about
show.
that.
Yeah, so definitely, we definitely appreciate that.
Thank you, Steve. Yeah, we really do appreciate that. That's awesome.
So.
Well, I wanted to try and post something right before we went live, but we had so many issues too to our Patreon that I didn't get a chance.
Live show can be such a pain in the butt sometimes. I think I'm gonna have to go buy a new camera after the show because I don't want to use this old crappy one all the time.
You just need to run like the DSLR like I do, man.
Yeah, I need to get a street. What is it? What's the cord?
Cam Link.
Cam Link. Yeah, because I have a good camera, but I don't have a Cam Link. But I mean, the webcam before worked pretty good. But so
absolutely.
Real quick, though, I do want to show the other picture of the light real quick, so we didn't have that up there.
Yeah.
But,
True, that's
this one,
the wired one.
Yeah, they're talking about, I believe, tethering this to a mobile phone or something like that. I don't know if it'll. I believe so. And like I said, most of it's all speculation because there hasn't been any actual info, very much.
The other one, the standalone one. I love that. I want that headset.
Yeah, it'd be cool. I mean, I think it looks good, and if it can perform.
Yep.
I mean, hopefully,
visually that looks so good.
I mean, HTC needs to hit something out of the park. So hopefully, whatever they're working on next, I really hope it can be a win. So Recycled with the $1.99 super chat, we definitely appreciate that.
I like the little vlog.
I saw that
emoji there too.
Yeah,
That's super cool.
I was just
I've never
looking at
seen that.
Yeah, I never have either. Actually, that's pretty cool.
There's so much cool stuff on there. I have no idea.
We're still
Ridiculous.
learning.
That's so awesome. I know.
But thank you for that. Much appreciated. Much appreciated.
Oh, speaking of giveaways, can we talk about German Rifter hitting his 2,000 subs? Working on that.
Yes, let's talk about that. Let me find it. You're gonna have to bear with me find these images. There's so much stuff on.
I know, right?
I know it's in here. There it is. Okay. So he is doing a giveaway, and the link to his Twitter is in the description. So you can go to his Twitter, and you can go. These are Gleam giveaways, I believe. So, right?
I think they are.
Yeah, Gleam
I
giveaways.
think
I'm pretty
so.
sure.
I cut them out. Yeah.
A Half-Life Alex, 2 times Humble Bundle VR, which is a bunch of games. That's like Moss. Man, I can't remember. We gave a bunch of them away last time. I can't even remember what all ones are in there. A bunch of really good ones. Rainbow Reactor Groovy Edition, 4 times Starblazer VR, which we've talked to the Starblazer guys, and we're probably going to get them on the show at some point. They have some new updates coming out they want to talk about. We'll have to figure that out when we can get them on, hopefully pretty soon.
After PAX,
Yeah, probably after PAX. So as well as 2 times PlayStation gift cards. So that is really cool. So make sure you go to his Twitter, give him a follow on Twitter. He's honestly does a lot of great stuff on Twitter. Yeah, he really does. So I see a lot of really cool stuff that he puts on Twitter and everything. So he's a good follow. Definitely follow him. And
we love everybody in our community. So it's definitely why we're giving him a good shout out because he's a good guy.
For sure. So and then sign up for the Gleam giveaway. So pretty cool. I actually haven't signed up. I don't like to sign up because
I know I don't either.
Win.
Is that bad? I don't want to
win
from people that I want to build the community and stuff.
Yeah.
I know. I always hate that.
Yeah.
I always want to, but I know. I'm like, don't do it.
Don't do it.
I know.
But yeah, so definitely check that out. He put that on our Discord. So as well, if you're on the Discord, it's in the giveaway section if you want to go there, and you can find all his links there as well. So pretty cool. Hopefully, good luck with that.
And everyone thinks HTC is like basically done, man. Digging their grave, it sounds like.
I'm a little scared. I'm a little scared for HTC. I really am.
I know.
And like I said, I don't want them to go anywhere. I really don't. I mean, I like the competition. I want there to be competition.
Yep.
I would love for HTC to come out with a VR headset that was a huge competitor. I mean, right now you can't get anything. So if we had one more headset that was a huge competitor that people were trying to get, that's one more that hopefully a little bit more availability. You know.
What about Pimax? Have they turned themselves around a little bit? I know they've kind of gone radio silence.
I don't know.
And people in chat are saying that maybe Pimax has taken over HTC. You know, topped them a little bit. I don't know.
I think Pimax has been pretty quiet, probably because they're such a China-based company right now. I think that the coronavirus is probably, unfortunately, going to impact them big time too, as well as pushing back the dates and getting all their stuff out too. So, but they have been a little radio silent. I mean, there was a big presence from Pimax all around CES, and after CES, they were doing the road show where they were going all over the place and giving demos. And we can talk about PAX real quick a little bit because we are going there next week. And we're excited about it, but there has been some bad news as well as, the stuff from GDC and everything. Oculus has pulled out. Sony has pulled out. So we don't know how much VR presence is really going to be there. We really don't know what to expect at this point, but we already have our tickets, our plane tickets, our hotels booked, and we just said, screw it, let's go anyways. But
I think, honestly, we should, in Oculus's venue spot there, let's just set up a rendered reality booth.
I know. We talked about that. That'd actually be pretty cool. The problem is getting all this stuff to Boston on the plane. Like we talked about taking the gaming laptop and taking a headset and doing stuff. And we could try to do that. I just don't know how logistics-wise that's going to work yet because we're not, we get a carry-on suitcase and a backpack. And most of our gear is going in the backpack. Most of our clothing and stuff is going in the suitcase. And I am not okay with packing my Rift S and stuff under the plane. Like that would scare, because I can't get, if it breaks, I can't get another one.
That's a good point.
So that's a little scary. So I don't know.
I know.
I don't know how that would work, but man, that would be really cool, honestly.
But we still are in talk. We'll still be with the developers and stuff and everyone who's still there. But yeah, we'll still be bringing coverage for sure.
Yeah, we're hoping there will still be some people that are going to be there in the VR space. We know the big players probably aren't going to be there now, and Oculus and Sony, we know they're not. So that's a little bit disappointing, and we were pretty disappointed about that. But hey,
Yep, we still got some fun stuff to do there. So.
Yeah, and we even talked about maybe we can do a couple Coffee VR shows, maybe a couple extra shows from PAX. If there's not a whole lot going on and a whole lot for us to try to get coverage on, maybe we'll just try to do a couple extra shows, and we'll come up with something fun. We'll make the best of it because we got a couple days off of work, and we're looking forward to that. So yeah. So real quick, let's go ahead. This was from Mepper. So he said just call Mepper on from our Discord. He put this key up. This is an Oculus code. So this is for Hello Puppets, and I've actually never played this game, but it looks pretty fun. It's almost like a Five Nights at Freddy's kind of a vibe, a scary kind of vibe, but with these creepy puppets. Yeah, you start out and you put this puppet on your hand, and the puppet kind of helps you out through the game, but it's like, what did you do walking into this abandoned warehouse and you put your hand in this puppet? So pretty cool. This is really awesome. So thanks for hooking somebody up with this game. I don't know who's going to get it.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm surprised that he didn't give it away. A lot of people give away stuff still on the Discord. It's crazy. And all the deals. There's been a lot of good Humble Bundle deals.
Oh, yeah. I think Chatty. There's all kinds of deals. Chatty put a bunch. I think it was Chatty put a ton of deals in the giveaways deals section.
Yeah, go there.
So there's all kinds of stuff going on. Yeah. So lots of good deals. Lots of good deals.
So Boneworks, man. Huge update.
What's that?
Lots of what? What's Boneworks?
Never heard of it.
Don't be coy. But actually, I played Boneworks. So this would have been last Sunday, but didn't have the update out yet. So I didn't get to play it with the updates and stuff. But and you're showing this footage. No. Sean wanted to know if anybody caught that in the thumbnail too.
I'm sure people did. I'm sure people did. But
yep. Yeah. So it is. So Mark P. It is Mark P. in chat.
That's what I figured. That's why I asked, because I knew his name was Mark P, and then it said Mepper at the end.
Yep.
But his Discord name was just Mepper. So I mean, so many people have different names, so I didn't want to assume that and say that on the show if that wasn't correct. But that's what I assumed. So.
Yep.
But
definitely thank you for that. It's a good game too. So we really do appreciate that. Hopefully somebody grabbed it. Let us know if you did.
Yeah. So the big thing with this Boneworks update, the big thing. There's a lot of big things I think are big, but the big thing is the save points. Finally, some save point updates, which is,
I know.
Oh,
that was my one big complaint, truthfully, with it. because I would get so far and then I would die. Something would happen, and it's like, really, like no guns left, no nothing, and it's like, ugh, that would frustrate me. I'd kind of quit whenever that would happen. You know, I wouldn't quit because I was done playing. I'd quit because I was frustrated with that. So I'm really glad to see that.
Yeah, let me see where did I put that? We grabbed some footage.
And gaming science teacher was saying, wait, what? Hello Puppets isn't on Quest, is it? And I don't think it is.
I don't think so either. He said it was a Quest code, but I don't think it's on Quest. I mean, you can play it on there, yeah, through Link, but I don't see it natively on there unless I missed that. But oh, here it is. Sorry. So this is how you save. So this is one of the ways that you save in the game. But this was a big update. There's a bunch of new content. It says save spots, brawl mode, improved climbing stability, which is another big one I think that they've needed for a long time. That was a little bit disappointing in the game. I didn't think the climbing was where it needed to be. Improved hand responsiveness to quick actions, sandbox, gachapons, blank box, performance light sandbox, and adjustments and fixes. So this is kind of showing through some of the things that they've updated. Really cool. So the save spots can now be found throughout each level. They will save any items in your player inventory as well as savable items placed in the save spot bins. To save your game, hold both triggers while grabbing the save point handles and wait for the save bar to fill up. The next time you start the game, the continue button in the main menu will bring you back to this spot. Note, if you complete the level, that counts as a save spot. So that part didn't change.
That always has been,
Yeah. But I mean, it was hard because when I play VR games, a lot of times I don't have the time to play it for, 3 or 4 hours at a time all the time. A lot of times it's, 20, 30-minute bursts. And in this game, it made it difficult because I would think that I made it to the end or, that I was close to it. And then to come back and like, dang it, I got to do all this over again. And sometimes that's difficult because some of the physical puzzles of the things that you have to jump and grab and hang on, the timing of things sometimes is difficult. So it's like, man, this took me a while the first time. Now I got to do it again,
Yeah, they should have had this in from the beginning.
Yeah.
I mean, they really should have. That's the reason why I quit playing it every single time.
Yeah, I agree. And that's a lot of people. So I think hopefully this is going to bring a lot of people back into the game. And I mean, they've done really well with the game though. I don't know. I didn't put it in my notes, but I read somewhere, I think within the first couple weeks, they sold like $3 million worth or something like that. I can't remember the exact numbers, but it was pretty impressive. So I mean, they've definitely done good with this game. And I think this is going to further push it along a little bit more because there's going to be a lot of people that are going to come back or maybe pick this game up that held off on it because they know they don't have the time to hit every save point every time. So
still a lot of people playing it.
Well, probably a lot more right now. Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, 800 and some right now. Yep.
Yeah, I'm sure the numbers went up. That's good. So.
It's awesome.
Oh man, I just lost my place.
Oh jeez.
I'll tell you when that happens.
Things up. Can't wait to finish Boneworks now. Save points, and now all the extra sandbox stuff now too.
Right.
They have new weapons, the different sandbox arena mode stuff, which is cool.
New items to find. There's new hidden items.
Yep. And now it tells you too, I think, which ones you haven't found.
Well,
which
there's
really
a board.
helps.
I think there's a board, the image of it in here, that display case.
Oh, yeah.
The display case can now be found in the main menu and sandbox that displays the items you have unlocked. This will be updated with any items added to the collectible items list in the future. So a couple of the new sandbox stuff is the new brawl mode. This is a customized brawl battle and arena mode. Choose types and quantities of enemies, waves to fight against in the end game arena. We don't want to spoil too much, so have at it. Like you said, new sandbox items. The one thing that I thought was interesting was the light version. And that was a way to like see how many, basically you could spawn in a ton of enemies like to test your PC performance and see how it could handle it and all that stuff is what they put that in there for, which I thought was kind of interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it is a sandbox game. I mean, it's based on that, so I get it. But yeah, I think most people are playing this probably as a game, as a playthrough. You know, I don't know how much time people spend in the sandbox stuff, really. I don't know. Maybe people do more than I think.
It's fun. And I think another...
I get it.
I'm not even going to say it. Never mind. I say it every time.
So I know what you think. Everyone does too.
Multiplayer. If I could get in there, if I could get in that sandbox, somebody, I'm not gonna say it. So the blank box, the blank box environment. This is the one I was talking about where you could test. It says it provides a completely open sandbox with minimal environment pieces for maximum performance. If you want to benchmark your computer and see just how many enemies you can spawn, use the blank box. So I think that's kind of neat. But yeah, all kinds of stuff added in there. Pretty cool.
Fukurogi made the comment there's the Tuscany level in the DK1 memories, and I know it's so we talked about that a couple shows ago too, how like cool that is, and people don't even know it. But it's only available on Oculus, which I didn't actually know. Which
as far as I understand. So I was gonna jump in there.
Kind of cool though.
I was gonna jump in there to check it out, and then I realized that it's only an Oculus. I have it on Steam. I could play it, in an Oculus headset through Steam, but I think I can understand the reason they did this for the launch of the Oculus, because another thing that with this update is it did launch on the Oculus Store where it wasn't before, and so that's pretty exciting. But yeah, the thumbnail definitely shows the Tuscany house in the background, kind of blurred out a little bit, but I mean that was one of the things I remember. Original Oculus videos, and that was one of the first things they showed that I remember is just people going into this environment, the Tuscany environment, and I was like, man, that would be so cool just to feel like you're there, in your living room, and I just couldn't even fathom what that was going to be like back then. It was just so exciting. So now the Tuscany environment's not as impressive as what it was back then, because we have so much stuff now, but back then it was extremely exciting.
I feel like they need to come out with like a Tuscany 2.0 that has like a secret door into the floor where there's a whole world under there, like just.
And there could be in the Boneworks version. I wouldn't be surprised if they did something like that. And you can also do it on SideQuest. I have it on the Quest through SideQuest. You can go into the Tuscany experience. So pretty cool though. I mean, that was something I didn't expect out of Boneworks. I thought that was really cool. When I first the first I heard anything of this was Brandon from Stress Level Zero actually on his channel put out a video, and I watched it and I was like, what? Like, what am I seeing? They're in the Tuscany thing. Like, am I missing something? Like, was this in the game and I never realized it? Or like, what is going on? So then I realized that it was part of that update. Cool. Yeah, really exciting, I think. I think that's really cool. Yep. So, but it is coming to Steam too. I believe they did say that Tuscany update is coming to Steam. It's just not on there yet. So
sure. I get that.
Yeah.
Let's see. So do you want to talk about the app? Well, good.
I was just going to say, he said, really want to try the Tuscany level in Boneworks, but I don't think just that environment is worth double dipping. So talking about buying it on the Oculus, and I thought the same thing, because I was like, I'll just buy it on the Oculus Store so I can go in there. But yeah, I don't know if it's worth it for that. But gaming science teacher said Tuscany World available in VR chat. So yeah, pretty cool.
I did know that one too.
That's like a classic. It's gonna be a cult classic.
I know, right? It is too.
That's pretty cool.
So the Apple stuff, man.
Yeah, a little bit of Apple stuff. Yeah.
Sorta? You didn't sound too excited when I talked to you about it the first time. But...
Well, I mean, it's just all, we don't know anything about it yet. It's all patent stuff.
We don't.
If Apple came out and said, guess what? We're releasing a VR headset. Here it is. Available now. Available in 2 months. I would be ecstatic about it. But, we get so many things with patents and stuff that it, eventually.
We do. But, like, to me, it shows that, one of the biggest names that pushes stuff out to mainstream, just every consumer out there is looking at this. So to me, that says, a world that they are actually wanting to push this stuff out, or thinking about pushing it at least to people. And I know they're wanting to stay ahead of it and everything as well. But, oh man, is that an awesome thing to see? I think the fact that they want to do that, I think is what excites me the most.
I think Apple's been working on a lot of stuff behind the scenes for a long time. I think eventually Apple is going to be probably one of the biggest competitors in probably mostly the AR space, but the VR AR space. I think that
mainstream. Sure.
Yeah. And this was, I actually don't have the image. I added it in here, but it's not in here now. But it basically was just some kind of concept stuff for a future headset that they're saying will deliver exceptional optical performance due to an adjustable lens wave guided display system. So, and some of this, we've seen a bunch of patents from Apple throughout the past while, but yeah, I mean, it's just one more thing showing that all of the big players, some sort of way, are working on VR stuff, where I feel like before, except for Xbox, but I feel like before, everybody kind of wrote this technology off as, at first it was this huge boom that everybody's like, oh man, this is going to blow up. And then when it didn't blow up right away, everybody was kind of like, we'll see what everybody else does.
Thought it was dead, or whatever. Yeah. But now it's crazy. There's so many commercials on TV right now, mainstream, huge commercials, that they are pushing VR, talking about it, even in the commercials.
I mean, even when they don't talk about it, you'll see somebody, technology-based commercial, college-based stuff. You'll see somebody wearing a VR headset in the background doing a quick clip of it. I see that all the time now. Yep. So it's definitely, even last year, there was a lot of people that didn't even know what VR was. Like you would say VR, and they're like, what is that? What are you talking about? The knowledge of what VR is definitely growing because of stuff like that, I think. But yeah, so Anakaze said, wait, what is this? So basically, it was a patent through trademark offices, published a patent application from Apple that relates to Apple's future mixed reality head-mounted device that will use wave-guided display system, adjustable lenses. This will allow the HMD to look thinner and modern instead of being bulky and heavy. The new system will also exhibit desired levels of optical performance. So we see a lot of people pushing towards this slimmer, smaller headset, which I think is awesome. I really want to get to that smaller form factor, the less weight, and better balance, less weight, easier to transport, smaller, doesn't look like you're wearing a huge box on your face. I think that'll be good.
I get it. I mean, if we had some really good battery technology come out, I think a lot of that could change as well too.
Yeah.
Which it is. It's progressing, but not at the rate of technology,
Yeah.
So that's the hard part with the wireless aspect. But yeah, I mean, we'll get there. We will, and they're all working towards it. So that's awesome. Good to see.
I'm guessing. I mean, from what they're saying in this is going to be a VR AR device. So, XR, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
It's going to be.
Everyone's got a different term.
Yeah. So. I mean, nothing crazy. We don't have, any actual prototype phase headsets to show you or anything, but I think that they're going to be a competitor. I'm excited to see what they're going to do in the future. And, somebody's going to have to give Facebook a run for their money. I mean, they really are. Because right now, price point wise, they don't have a lot of competition. Even in the mobile space, the Quest really doesn't have much competition, at least not in the US, in the States. But
yeah, and they have the power, they have the money, they have the reach to do it. They're probably one of the only ones that could be a true Facebook competitor, an Oculus competitor.
And I mean, their cell phone, they make cell phones. They have the, the compact technology, battery, processor stuff. I mean, they could do it. They definitely could do it. I mean, as well as, Samsung. I think Samsung could potentially be a big competitor and stuff. So gaming science teacher said, heard another teacher call it alternative reality the other day. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of terms, I think, coined.
And Recycled has my opinion. I'm not a big fan of the Apple Store and all that stuff, which it's for mainstream consumers. I think it would be a good thing. Because it's going to be a solid product that's going to work. And you're not going to have to screw with anything. It's always going to work. So I think for mainstream, it would be a great thing. For a lot of the early adopters and stuff into VR, it's not going to probably be something any of us will want. But for the industry, I think it's awesome.
Yeah, and I still think AR. I think that's where they're going to be big competitors. And we know Facebook is working on some AR stuff that I would imagine we'll probably see end of this year, at least some kind of prototype phase. I think we'll actually get some images, probably maybe some hands-on stuff at the end of the year. I don't know, but that'd be cool.
CES next year, I'd like to see some true prototypes working. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I think that, it's going to be... It's getting close to where we're going to start getting hopefully some consumer AR type stuff. But
I agree.
Yeah, but nonetheless, pretty cool.
Yeah. So, No Man's Sky. Can we talk about that?
What's No Man's Sky?
Oh, don't do this. You know what it is. Come on.
Oh man, I haven't been in No Man's Sky in a while. I'm not gonna lie. I need to jump back in there. No Man's Sky is an amazing game that will suck every ounce of time you have.
It does your schedule too.
Because it just.
This is one when you come out of, you don't even know if it's daylight out still.
No, because most time-consuming game ever, I think.
It's one of them, definitely.
Yeah. Oh man,
you're probably right. It probably is the most time-consuming because it's endless.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, you could play this game forever.
Yep. I mean, there's so many worlds and there's so many things you want to do, build, scavenge. You think you're about to do something big and then you're like, crap, I need to, harvest some stuff so I can even take off from this planet. It's just
so crazy.
I mean, it's just, it's such an
insane
game.
These new ships, man, and Steve XM in chat just said organic ships, and that's what they are.
Yeah.
They are literally ships you grow from an egg.
So crazy.
Which is crazy. So you have to complete missions to get an egg that you then incubate and grow into your own ship.
So crazy.
And then inside it's like all organic and it's crazy.
Where do they come up with this stuff?
Right? I know.
When I played this game, I never thought in my head, like, man, I wish I could grow my own ship. It's cool though. It's awesome, but it's just, I mean, it's some really cool ideas, I think. So I mean, that was the big update. There was also some performance improvement stuff and some other littler stuff, but the big thing was this new ship update. And this is out, right? I think this just came out.
Yeah, and the let's see, the other one, there was like one VR, I don't have it up anymore. There was one VR tweak. It was like something to do with controls, I think, or something like that, but nothing huge, at least in the
Yeah.
VR aspect. But yeah, this looks awesome. And some of the pictures, the images and stuff.
Oh yeah, if you go to the website, like the
Oh
No Man's
man.
Sky website, man, some of those pictures are ridiculous. So
Yep.
I'm gonna read this real quick. It says the Living Ship update introduces the first new starship since Atlas Rises, but this is more than just a ship. These are strange and beautiful creatures with lives of their own. A new series of missions will take players through the ancient Korvax experiments that led to the birth of these interstellar beings. Players who wish to incubate, grow, and ultimately fly their own living ship should visit the space anomaly and follow the call of the void egg.
It's crazy.
Blows my mind.
I know.
That's
It's
crazy.
nuts. I just like all the new like ships and like places. I don't know if you can go to them or not, these anomalies or whatever we want to call them. They look awesome though. Like I don't know. There's a picture. If you go to the website for the update, actually, if you go all the way almost to the bottom, there's an image on there that's just, I don't know what it is, a space station type deal, but it looks totally crazy. And I'd love to go there and see it now because I need to get back in. I really want to play this, but I'm bad about this game.
Yeah,
it's
you
bad.
spent a lot of time in here when it first came out. That was there was other games that, not huge games that came out around the same time, and I would try to get you to play some other stuff. You're like, "No, man, I'm in No Man's Sky." We even started
you couldn't
one
even
episode.
text me. You couldn't even message me because I would just be gone for 6 hours.
I forget what episode it was. And we started out the episode, and came to this screen, and you were sitting there playing No Man's Skies.
It's so good, man.
Yeah.
I couldn't get out of it. I know.
It is really cool. So it's awesome that, I mean, this is a huge, massive game that, they keep pushing out updates. And I know since when it first came out, I know the performance has improved. The game plays better. I haven't been in a little while. I know they've done a couple updates since I've been in, but I know it's continued to get better. So I need to jump in and see how it plays now. But man,
I'm fearful
really
too.
cool game. Really cool game.
But I need to. I really want to.
So the gaming science teacher said, do you have to feed it? I don't know.
You do have to do some type of like,
I would imagine
incubating
you
and
do.
growing gig. Yep, you do.
I don't know how that works. You got to sit on it or something.
Get it out in the sun or put it outside or inside where it's warm.
Keep
I don't know.
it on a warm planet. You can't have it on like a frozen planet, probably. I have no idea. I don't know.
Inside, yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool though.
Super cool. I know.
It's pretty crazy.
I love it.
I don't know if anybody's played around with this yet, or if it has. Anybody in chat has got one of these yet.
Yeah, and if anybody's still playing, have they optimized the multiplayer? Because I know we had issues with like connection and being in other people's worlds and not seeing each other and stuff like that. So
yeah, sometimes it would work good, and other times it was not good.
Right.
It was horrible.
It was fine, I think, with one person, but the second we introduced 3 and 4, it got a little sketchy. But
yeah, so this is an awesome game that they added VR support though too. I'm so glad. I mean, this was one of the biggest releases I think for VR last year. I mean,
isn't this on sale right now for $29? Right?
It is on Steam. It is 50% off. It is $29.99. So if you haven't picked this up, it's a good time.
Please do.
I mean, there are some sales we've seen. I think that's around what I got it for originally. It was around $30 on a sale. I mean, this is regular a $60 game. I mean, it's a huge game. So
it's massive.
$30 is a pretty good deal.
Yep.
You'll get a lot of time out of this game.
Airman said, "Worse, you have to burp it."
Oh boy!
Like, oh, good little ship.
Oh man,
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Good stuff. So I'm looking forward to jumping back in there.
Yep, I know. I will. Well, I'm gonna try and. Well, man, I don't know. I have so much stuff to get ready,
I know.
And I will throw some of these pictures. I would like to put some of the gear I'm taking to PAX. That it's ridiculous, man. All the stuff I'm trying to take that I don't even know how I'm taking it all with one person.
Yeah. Hopefully you don't get stopped on the plane and they make you check a bag or something. I don't know, because there's gonna be a lot of batteries, a lot of camera stuff, so it's gonna be crazy. But
Mark P said $21 on Game Billet, which I actually haven't purchased anything from.
I haven't used Game Billet.
But yeah, I don't know if anybody's used that.
Save a little, like $9, $8-9.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
$21. Well, you have to if you have a good
performing
PC. Please pick it up. Do yourself a favor.
Yeah, for
Even
sure.
if you don't like those kinds of games, like you don't like flight sims, okay, at all. But you would really enjoy that game, don't you?
Yeah. I mean, that's more than a flight sim, though. That's way more than a flight sim game. Talking about No Man's Sky, right? Yeah.
I feel like people look at it and go, "Oh, I played Elite Dangerous, and I'm not really into it," or something.
I wasn't the one of the people that was super into Elite Dangerous, but I'm way more into No Man's Sky because there's just so much you can do. You know, I mean, anything you want to do in the world, you can pretty much do. So I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, and I like flight sims. It's really hard sometimes to get off the ground is the problem with flight sims. Like what was that, X-Plane or something that we played? And it was like you had to actually know how to fly a plane to get that thing off the ground. And I was like, what am I doing? And you were trying to walk me through it. Yeah, that was had some
Fanatical has it on sale. So yeah, there's definitely pick us up. I mean, it's a really good game. Really good game.
Nobody said anything about this random trailer playing in the background.
What random trailer? I can't see it. I don't know what you're talking about.
Stop it.
This is what I do when I'm not on the show.
Look at games like this. Yeah.
No, play games.
Play games like this. So if you're curious, this is Beach Bar VR, but it's pretty random. We just thought it would be funny to kind of throw it up in the background and see if anybody
not the developer of Beach Body Bros.
No, I mean, although that was an awesome game. I love Beach Body Bros.
I know, right? Oh my gosh, it's awesome. So anyways, cool. Gotta mess with people.
So also we got a little bit of Sony stuff. We got some images. Let me see. I think we got these over here. Make them a little bit bigger. Some controllers, and it's a possibility that these things are going to be kind of like index controllers, which is pretty exciting. It is showing the finger tracking, so you can see the sensors on the front there that is actually going to know the placement of your 4 fingers or 3 fingers, I guess you're using the trigger, but yeah. So, and it also looks like it has a strap. So obviously these are patent images. You know, we still don't know what Sony's going to do, but a little bit of a crude image, I think, of what it is. Obviously, I don't think it's going to look like that. I don't think it's going to be a squared controller, but
I don't know. I don't think they're big up on good controller designs, but you never know. It could just be a generic.
That was old technology. They were trying to make it work, keep it cheap.
They probably don't want to show what they're actually working on either, I'm sure.
Honestly, I think Sony is going to kill it with PSVR 2.
I know.
I seriously think it is going to be a huge thing when this thing launches, probably next year for the PSVR 2. But, I mean, they've sat back now and they've looked to see what Oculus did, what Valve did with the Index. You know, they're looking to see what people like, what people don't like. They know the obvious flaws that they had in the first PSVR, but it was early and they were using older technology for a lot of the stuff. They had, you know, a pretty cheap entry price point compared to some of the other stuff out there. You know, people already had PlayStation 4s and stuff. So honestly, I think I can't wait for PSVR 2.
I know.
I mean,
this would make me buy a console again.
Yeah, me too.
It really would.
Yeah.
It absolutely would. Just for the exclusives, for the experience, to try it. As long as they get the tracking down.
Yeah.
I think
they need to go. They need to go ahead and do the inside-out tracking, but they need to do it as well as Oculus is able to do it. So hopefully they are perfecting that technology. We don't want a Cosmos inside-out tracking. We want at least Oculus inside-out tracking, that to be on par with that, because right now they have the front-facing camera and stuff. I mean, I think that and the controllers were the 2 big limitations of Sony PSVR. I don't think anybody would argue that, and that if they can improve those things as well as the newer technology as far as what screen technology is coming out now, lens technology, I mean, man, it could be a killer unit. It really could.
Yep. I know. Yeah, I really am hopeful. And then with the sales and stuff from Sony and stuff from the current gen, this could be absolutely huge. Yeah. Again, nothing from Xbox. Still radio silence, but
this could single-handedly close down Xbox franchise.
Yep, it really could. I mean, it truthfully could, because if all the flat games are released on both platforms, why would you go buy an Xbox, basically?
Yeah, I mean, because VR is definitely growing. I mean, with Half-Life Alyx releasing soon and stuff, games like Boneworks, games like No Man's Sky that people have played on flat and want to experience being in the world now. It's you can't argue with it. I mean, it's growing, and I think it would probably be even bigger. A bigger player right now if you could get any of this stuff. If we didn't have all these issues with the Corona stuff and everything else, it could be even bigger. And hopefully that stuff will all get handled soon, and products and stuff will become available.
I know somebody mentioned that in chat too. They said, do we think, or whoever think, that this coronavirus will back up even console releases later this year?
Yeah, that's true.
And it very well could, because right now it's still growing.
Yeah.
There hasn't been a peak to this coronavirus yet, so it's not looking good.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's a pretty scary thing that hopefully it can get under control here pretty soon, because not only the the pain in the butt stuff with the hardware stuff, there's more to it than just that. People's lives are at risk and stuff, and it is scary. I mean, it is scary. Hopefully it gets
everyone needs to get healthy. That's for sure.
Yeah. Stay as healthy as you can.
Would definitely help. I know.
So yeah, and we're gonna be at PAX, so we're gonna be around a lot of people on planes and everything else. So hopefully everything will be, no issues. I'm not anticipating.
It's hard enough being around you, let alone all that. Hey, at least you're not fuzzy. Man. I was talking about that in chat before we went live, and I said, who wants a fuzzy Sean and stuff? And they said, better a fuzzy Sean than no Sean, I guess. So.
I can appreciate that. Even though my image quality still isn't that great, but it was really bad. I mean, it would not focus at all. So I was just like, I was just about to say, screw it, and I'm just going to be fuzzy this time. But luckily, it's better than it could have been. But we do have another release. This is coming up soon. This is another one that we kind of stumbled across.
It's funny, actually. Johnny was just asking about that in chat.
This game?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
He said if we talked about it. Yep.
Oh,
so here
nice.
you go.
Yeah.
Perfect timing. Actually, it was on next on our list. Which does look pretty fun, actually.
It actually looks really awesome. It looks really good. Well, so this is called Jar Wars.
Yep.
Go ahead.
It reminds me of and that's why I wore this, but it reminds me of the initial screw around games when we used to play in what was the one where you shrunk me?
Toy Box.
For some reason, it gives me that original sandbox feel. I don't know why. Maybe the look of the guns or something. But
this is coming out Tuesday?
Tuesday, yeah. I think from what I read in their Discord last, I think it was Tuesday.
Yeah, so this is Jar Wars. It said a slapstick multiplayer VR game battling with friends and foes using impractical weapons like giant rockets, a hologram sword, boxing gloves. Will you be the last brain standing? So...
I love this part right here.
I mean, it's showing Valve Index, HTC Vive, Oculus Rift, Windows Mixed Reality, online PvP, cross-platform multiplayer. So,
yep. Awesome.
Planned release date February 25th. Is that Monday?
I really want to try this because you and I can see. Look, you wanted something that has co-op, right?
Yeah, I love co-op.
There you go. See?
This is awesome.
Finally got it, right?
Yep. Oh, another one that I really like, 2v2 battle mode. I always like 2v2 because that is so much strategy. When you have just two people that you can work really close together with, that is one thing. We used to do that in Call of Duty 2v2, and that was a lot of fun. So,
I love 2v2.
Yep.
Because everyone can find a buddy. At least one person to play with. Find somebody on Reddit, find somebody on our Discord. There's always somebody wanting to play.
Yeah, so we need to get into this, although we're going to be, I don't know if we'll get time this week because of heading to PAX, but yeah, and it also looks like it has a lobby. So it says goof around with your friends in the lobby with an assortment of toys like throwing darts or just throw tomatoes at them, which that can always be fun in VR like that right there. It's pretty awesome. Oh, man. Pretty cool.
Yep, I love screw around games. I just get lost in them. Yeah. Anytime I can get in a game and just screw around and do stuff and
in
have
VR.
fun.
I mean, when you can pick up things and interact with things, throw things at people, I mean, it's crazy. Did I just say it was free? So this is play for free.
That's I don't know if it gets you the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that'll work.
I'm not sure.
Yet.
Yeah.
But
I don't think it's a free game, but maybe it is.
It says play for free, but maybe that's just the lobby. I'm not sure yet. I don't want to say for sure because I don't know. But it says if you're up to something more competitive, take them in team battles on a space rocket launch pad or show who has the biggest brain in a free-for-all battle for moon domination. So it sounds like there's a couple different aspects to this game. That's cool.
I love how on the wall it says red team sucks. Just great little things in there. I love
things like that. Really So Sneaky Snook said Slightly Heroes was kind of like this. I like Slightly Heroes. That was a good game. And that was that was 1v1? I think that was only 1v1.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, you're right.
I played that. I'm not a ton, but a decent amount. I liked the game.
Definitely
it was a good game. Yeah.
Wait, it might have been more than one. I forget.
I can't remember. I know it was at least one versus one. I can't remember if they added more. I know they talked about it. But
Mark P said Elevator to the Moon is on sale very cheap. That was a good game. I really like that. I never got to play through completely, but that's a really good game, actually.
So I wonder where that's on. Is that on sale in the Oculus store? Or?
I think I have it on Go, if I'm
maybe it was on Go.
mistaken. I think I have it on Go. It might be on Quest now, too. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But free for all. Yeah, I think it was free for all. Slightly Heroes. Because I think you and I would go in there and team up.
Maybe it was. I just remember playing some games with just one other person. And it was just me versus one other person. So that's what I remember the most from it. But yeah, but that was a good game. Yeah, this one's fun. Yeah. I think this one's fun.
Look like a lot of fun.
I think it's cool. I think it looks like a lot of fun.
I agree.
Really cool. So, let me see here. There we go. That's what I was looking for.
Can I keep this code for myself? I really want this. I really wanted to keep this too.
There's actually going to be at PAX. There's going to be a Space Pirate Trainer, if it's still going on, a Space Pirate Trainer tournament. So
yeah,
I don't know if that's still going on or not. Yeah, we might have to. We might have to enter that. We might have to enter that. I don't think there'll be a $10,000 prize like Pistol Whip, but it'll be be pretty cool though.
Definitely not.
Yeah,
that's crazy. 10 grand prize pool for that. If you guys didn't catch it, if you're joining us late, Pistol Whip.
Yeah.
Watch in the beginning. You can watch it back over. Big tournament. Super cool.
Yep.
I will win.
Yeah. Keep dreaming.
I know. I need to keep practicing, man.
Dude, there's so many people that are ridiculous at Pistol Whip. Seriously, like I can't even imagine. But I mean, I'm pretty sure they're going to be streaming all of that though too. So
they are streaming the finals.
The finals, yeah.
They stream the finals, yeah. Yep.
So,
which is awesome.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
On Twitch, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was on Twitch.
Yep.
Yeah, which is really cool.
Yep. Pretty awesome.
Trying to think if we had anything else. If you guys have anything else you want us to hit, let us know in chat. I think we're getting close to the end.
And I guess I'll be going to Best Buy to pick up a new webcam or a cam link. I guess maybe I'll get a cam link.
You need to just get the cam link, man. The DSLR is the way to go. You can find everything on it.
I just hate having to swap it back and forth because like the webcam, you can just leave it sit there all the time and you don't have to worry about it. You know, the cam link, it's like I have to go back and forth all the time. Steve XM with the $2 super
man.
chat. He said,
much appreciated.
Great show today, guys. We definitely appreciate it. Yeah, that is
really
awesome.
Do appreciate that.
Really cool.
Our next focus is going to be PAX, man. We got to start packing for PAX.
Yeah, I actually already have a bag packed with a lot of gear. Yeah. I'll have to take some of the stuff that we're using now, external hard drive, stuff like that. But
yep.
Yeah, so we plan to be there the whole time. We got 4-day passes, so we're going to be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I think possibly depending on how much stuff is going to be there and what stuff we're going to be able to do, we'll probably maybe do a couple extra shows of Coffee and VR, at least one on Saturday, maybe some extras. I don't know. Steve XM said, you guys playing any of the free Half-Life games before Alex? I actually haven't yet, like the VR versions.
Right? Yeah, I know, with the VR mods.
That's what I want to do on the Quest. I need to do that, and I have not done that. I should load that up on there today through SideQuest. I should do that. I don't know if that counts as a workout game in the mornings though. Maybe I'll just tell the wife that I'm playing Thrill the Fight, and while she's playing like Box VR or something, and I'm actually playing something else.
She wouldn't know.
Like, ooh, man, this is tough. I'm sweating like crazy.
My gosh.
Oh crap, she's probably watching this.
People probably do with like adult games and stuff. Oh no, I'm working on I'm building something in here. Like, right, yeah.
Oh boy. Oh boy. But I do want some updates to Thrill of the Fight though. I hope that they do. I want some more levels in that game. That is one of my favorite workout games. I mean, it absolutely kicks my butt. There is no game I don't think that you can play that is gonna cardio wise kill you like that. I mean, it absolutely kills me, that game. I love it. But I do want some more levels. I'm hoping. Oh crap, she said I'm listening. Dang it, I'm caught. I shouldn't have said it on here. But I do want some more people to fight and stuff. I do want some more levels to that game because after you go through it, then you can play the harder levels and stuff, and that's cool. But man, that's really hard. But it's fun, you know, new arenas, new players. It's such a good game. I want them to keep doing some updates. But
that's awesome.
So,
yeah, you got busted.
Mark P. Mepper said, have any large companies pulled out of PAX because of the coronavirus, or are they only working in Asia and EU right now? Or are they only worrying about Asia and EU right now? So they did pull out. We talked about that earlier. Oculus and Sony, as far as we know so far, have pulled out of PAX and GDC. So yeah, this year is not, I mean, we're like, oh, we're going to go to some shows this year. It's going to be awesome. And now it's like, why are we going to shows this year? They're all getting canceled. It's terrible.
We're just going to host our own. We just start our own convention.
I'm down. Let's do that.
I mean, we could get some of the guys come over. We could get Sebastian. We could get invites Gamer to come over, Gamer Tag. I mean,
Anthony,
everyone. Just like
Paradise Decay.
We should just have our own, man. Because honestly, this community is so amazing. I feel like, you know, people can see how good it is because you can't you have to experience VR. We've said that 100 times over. So I feel like if our community can translate that out somehow, it would just be amazing. It really would.
Maybe we need to do that once all this coronavirus stuff ends.
I know, right? Yeah.
I guess we still need to be cautious and stuff, but hopefully they'll get that all under control here soon, and hopefully it won't affect some of the shows later in the year. You know the Oculus Connect and all that kind of stuff. E3's in like July. So I don't know. This year isn't looking good for shows. Maybe I don't know. The bad thing is,
they can just do their own, release all the stuff.
That's
just
what they're
do
gonna
press
do.
releases. You know what I mean?
That's what's gonna
Right.
end up happening. I mean, that's what I'm sure Oculus is gonna do some of that. I think Sony is gonna do some of that. You know, even like the HTC stuff that was supposed to be at the Mobile World Congress and that got canceled. So that's why we have these Proton images and stuff. So
Yep.
yeah, I mean, people are just going to have to push it out and we'll just see it on the internet and stuff. But
Yep,
it kind of stinks because, you know, people don't get to go as hands-on with it, you know, people that are at the shows and talk about it and stuff. And that's what's kind of fun with the shows. But
yeah,
we'll see what happens.
Yep. PD said if we have a coffee and VR convention, he'll be there in a heartbeat.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
There you go. Dude,
maybe,
we could do like could we do a rooftop New York City convention or something like that? Rent out a space or something?
That would be awesome. Just as long as nobody's playing VR and falls off the building, top of the building, that'd be bad.
Yep.
We don't want that to happen.
Yep. The Linus Expo can exist. Yeah, I mean, honestly, they're all community driven, you know, all these expos and stuff. So yeah, truthfully, with the VR community getting bigger, it actually could be a true thing.
I felt like it was an appropriate time.
Stop it.
I actually wanted to play this earlier.
This is probably done better than the Cosmos. So.
There's more rendered reality coffee mugs out in the wild than there is Cosmos. That's probably not.
True.
But
You're probably right about that.
So this was actually, if you missed the show that we did this on a while back, this was actually Fluke Rogi actually made this for us and sent it over to us just to kind of poke fun a little bit at HTC's marketing campaign for the Cosmos back in the day. But I love this thing. This thing is great.
I know, the reflections.
It just needs to be like my screensaver or something. This is so
right.
Cool. It's so awesome.
Does anybody actually have screensavers anymore, hardly?
I don't know. I guess
they just go in standby anymore.
Yeah,
I mean,
it just like shuts the screen off and goes in standby. Yeah, probably.
That bouncing Windows 94 or whatever it was,
that's
94
cool,
or something.
That's nostalgic.
What was the older generation? I don't know. I'm trying to remember now. It's bad.
It's pretty awesome, but I love this thing. I thought it was a perfect time to throw this up here with HTC trying to make some kind of comeback, I guess you want to call it. I don't know what you want to call it, but craziness. But yeah,
there you go. The coffee mug is more useful, reliable, and affordable than the Cosmos. That will be our new description on our Teespring page where the coffee mug is sold.
On there, seriously. That is awesome. I love that. That is so cool.
Brandon with the new description.
I mean, it's all true. I mean, technically. I mean, it definitely more affordable for sure. Yep. And definitely
and better tracking too. Yep. See, there you go. PD. Yep. Oh my gosh.
Oh man, it's awesome.
I know.
But yeah. So that pretty much wraps up the show. We will see you from PAX East. Unless they just all out cancel it. That's at this point. If they do that, I think it's a little late in the game for them to do that.
They aren't canceling, but even like the Penny Arcade stuff, they're saying that the pins and stuff for the Penny Arcade there are actually delayed, in limited numbers now because of production coming over from China. So I know, we'll see, but they say it's still going on, which they're going to do because they don't want to lose all the money they have invested. They have too much invested.
A lot of money into it. So I don't know about GDC. That might get canceled. I don't know. I mean, if things keep going south, they still have time to cancel that one. But
it may.
I don't know. I mean, at this point, we're going to go. We can't get a refund on our tickets. They're selling for almost nothing on eBay. And, you know, we can't cancel our flights. I didn't get insurance on my flight. I figured what would be the reason we wouldn't go? We already got this planned out. I did not see this coming, but that's all right. So we will be there. We're going to make the best of it. We're going to have fun. If you're still going to PAX East, let us know. I know there was some people in chat last episode that said they were going. I know some people have debated about not going now. So let us know. Hopefully we can meet up some people. Hopefully we can put out some cool video stuff from there. Either way, we're going to have something on the channel. So keep an eye out for that.
Let's just host a VR convention at our hotel, man. Get in the convention center there and just...
Yeah, we just got to figure out how to get the hardware there. If we can figure out how to get the hardware there, we can do it.
Ship it there, man.
Yeah, for real. But cool.
I know. Yep.
Awesome. Well, we will definitely see you this coming week. Keep an eye out for what we have going on. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification. That way you can catch anything we're doing live, because we will probably do some live
hit
stuff.
The bell, because we're going to have a lot of pop-up stuff coming this week at you. So even if you don't keep it on, just do it for this week, because if we find something cool, we're going to come at you real quick with it.
Yeah.
So
we're hoping for the best. Hoping for the best. So,
absolutely.
All right. Well, we really appreciate, as always, we really appreciate everybody being here. We really appreciate the new Patreon people, the super chats we got today. Definitely really appreciate it.
All the coffee mugs that shipped out. I know we just had some more ship out and stuff too. So really do appreciate it.
Yep. Really appreciate it. So we will see you guys this week. Wish us luck. Wish us luck.
Good to hang out with you guys. Yeah. We will see you soon. Be scary the next time.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll catch you later. See you back here. See you in VR. As always. Later.